Good evening, everybody. This is Miss D, and I'm coming to you to do some examples of subtraction with regrouping in expanded form. So we're going to start with our first example, which is 514, and we are subtracting 327. Okay, 514 is the minuend, 327 is the subtrahend. And what I normally tell the students is first we check the tens and the ones place to make sure and to check to see if we need to regroup. If there's more on the top, then we're great. If there's more on the bottom, then we need to regroup. So here in the ones place, we see that 4 is definitely smaller than 7, so we're going to need to regroup. And going over to the tens place, we see that 1 is definitely less than 2, so we are going to have to regroup. And we do this by going over to the hundreds place. And in the hundreds place, we have to take 100 away. And you may be familiar with the term borrowing, but nowadays we are calling it regrouping. So we take 100 from 500, and it's 500 because 5 is in the hundreds place, and that now becomes a 4 for the 400. Okay, and what we're doing now is we're taking that 100 that we took from the hundreds place and we're bringing it over to the tens place. We're actually adding a 100 in the form of tens. So 10 tens equals 100. But notice that we still have this 1 here. So instead of having 10 tens, we're now going to have 11 tens. Okay. And we say, great, we're ready to go. However, the ones place is still struggling with the 4 being less than the 7. So we have enough in the tens place, the 11 tens, to take 1 away and bring it over to the ones place. So I'm going to take 1 10 away, and that leaves us with 10 tens, which is 100. And we can now bring that 10 over to the ones place. So we have 10 tens, we have 10 that we're bringing over plus the 4. So 10 plus 4 is 14. Now we are ready to subtract. And we can do that by left to right because children naturally read and write just like we do from left to right. So here we go, 400, because 4 is in the hundreds place, minus 300 gives us 100. Whoops, let me get here we go, 100. Now we have 10 tens, which is 100, minus 2 tens, which is 20, so that's 100 minus 20 will give us 80. And we have 14 ones minus 7 ones. That'll give us 7 ones. We can now add up our expanded form, and that will give us 187. I'll do one more example, and we'll go with 351 minus 164, where 351 is the minuend, 164 is the subtrahend. So the first thing I do is to check the tens and the ones place to make sure we're okay and that we don't need to regroup. However, in the ones place I see that 1 is less than 4, so I'm going to need to regroup. And the same thing in the tens place, 5 is less than 6, so I definitely need to regroup. I'm going to go over to the hundreds place, and I'm going to take away 100, which leaves me with 200, because there's 2 in the hundreds place. And I'm going to bring that 100 over to the tens place. So instead of having 10 tens, I'm going to add the 5 tens that I have here, which will give me 15 tens, which is equivalent to 150, or 150. So now I say that I'm ready to subtract, but I see that the ones place is still struggling. So I need to regroup again and take a 10 from the tens place and bring it over to the ones place. So when I take a 10 from 150, I'm left with 140, which is the same as 14 tens. I bring that 10 over to the ones place, so I have 10 ones but I have one more 1, so that leaves me with 11 ones. Now I am ready to subtract. I have 200 minus 100 leaves me with 100. I have 14 tens, which is 140, minus 6 tens, which is 60. So that's 140 minus 60 will give me 80. And then I have 11 ones minus 4 ones equals 7, I believe. There we go. Now I can add an expanded form, which is 187. And there we have our answer. Some of you may be wondering, why such a vigorous, long, complicated it seems process? Well, what we're actually doing is in one problem is about 3 to 5 Common Core standards in here. Not only do we have place value, we have subtraction of multi-digit numbers, we have decomposition of multi-digit numbers, and then expanded form. So we have a lot going on here in this one problem. It also teaches our students how to do multi-step problems so that when they get to that time where they have to do more than one thing, it won't be such an exasperating process, and then they'll already understand. But the most important thing that I want our students to understand is indeed the place value. How much is each number worth in each place value? That's the most important thing, which is the reason for this expanded form down here. I hope this helped. Feel free to email me if you have any more questions. Have a great day. Love you guys. Thanks for being awesome.